Beloved divine friends, family, brothers and sisters, today is Sunday in Guyana, October 18th, 2020. And I'm your host, your brother, friend, Haji Dr. ROSHAN Khan on RKs Guyana Free Media, in the raw. No editing. A mistake is made, we just have to correct and move on. Saves time, and people are now accustomed to this. Several important things in the newspapers. An article by me on these big guns published in the Sunday Stabrook, and then also of 18th October. Then also the Guyana Chronicle did one in my book that's about to be launched within a week or two, and I am going to now give you a little reading of that book and possibly a photograph of what it looks like. Some will be in the bookstores and some will be taken to schools and places, and a few people that I will probably on special occasion gifts to them. But I just had to do this. All right? So kindly stay put and be prepared to listen to what is published in the newspapers of the Chronicle, October 18th. So my divine friends and families, this is the book. It is in today's Guyana Chronicle. And I thought I'd just show you what it looks like. It is what? It says Haji Dr. ROSHAN Khan. Excerpts from Haji ROSHAN Khan's record of public activism for the enlightenment and peaceful development of his beloved nation, Guyana. It has my profile at the back here, and in it are quite a lot of interesting things, you know. One is saying here, we the people are the bosses. It's articles that were written in the newspapers. We should give peace a chance. Some colored pictures and all of some events and so on. And then something talking about inspiration in the night of the 2015 election results being given when I stayed up, and some other. You have the tribute by former Prime Minister Samuel Hinds. So ladies and gentlemen, I'm doing it all. I'm doing a selfie. I'm showing you the book. I'm trying to just give you an idea as to what it is. And then I will read from the newspapers what the Chronicle is saying. And remember, this is all in the raw. Ladies and gentlemen, friends and families. So this is the magazine, the pull-out part of the Guyana Chronicle. It's called Pepperpot. They reverted to the original name. They had changed it in 2015 and called it The Scene. And it took away a traditional thing. Why, I couldn't understand, you know, that's the stink of politics. But I'm happy that the new government has reverted back to Pepperpot. And this is the article, ladies and gentlemen, if you could see in the newspapers. ROSHAN Khan to launch new book. Alright, just showing it to you. There, that's me holding the book over here. And this is my family and my mother and I, who is my inspiration and the one who saw to it that I got an education and also pushed me to ensure I could become independent and successful. In my hardships and difficulties, she did mention to me, my son, you must remember, excuse the words, ladies and gentlemen, but she was very raw, blunt, and to the point. My son, you gotta lick us before you kick us. So she was trying to tell me, just humble yourself, take the pressure, get your education, and just be the best you can be. So what is happening here in this article, ladies and gentlemen, as it introduces the book, It says, Roshan Khan with a copy of his new book, My Words, My Vision, My Thoughts. Popular businessman Roshan Khan of RKs Business Group is all set to launch a new book titled My Words, My Vision, My Thoughts, which he described as not simply a book but a record of public activism for the development of his beloved country, Guyana. For over 2 years now, the book has been in the edited version. It was recently published, awaiting its launch later this month or early in November. These are my thoughts, my vision, and my words spanning more than a decade, which has been published in the form of letters to the editors and special articles, magazines, in some cases interviews, and so forth, ladies and gentlemen. Can express. It was his family and business management team who suggested to him that it might be a good idea for him to compile some of his activism into a book in order to inspire people, particularly youths, those who might not think much about patriotism. Well, I am known for my patriotism to my country, and I will do anything that I can do possibly. I don't care how much they threaten me or what certain people do. And you saw what a certain particular man, not his party and his thralls, were trying to do to destroy me. But ladies and gentlemen, it's my patriotism for my country. And nothing can take that away from me. And lover of all our peoples, Indo, Afro, Chino, indigenous, Europeans, whites, mixed, Guyanese. I love all. I love all. Back to the article. My ambition is to teach and inspire for the development of our country and people. I hope it helps to make our people more patriotic. I hope that my story of how I began with $7.50, that was in 1979, 1.5 gallon gasoline on an old motorcycle, ladies and gentlemen, gives you a little idea in this book. As published in this edition, will provide inspiration and wisdom to our young people, particularly for those uplifting, for the uplifting of their morals, faith, and personal achievement, regardless of their life difficulties, Khan said. You must remember, ladies and gentlemen, difficulties are a good thing. So I'm doing a piece right now on the pleasure of pain. How to use pain as a stimulus for greatness. Like when you exercise. No pain, no gain. Part 2 of the book is currently under preparation, and Khan is also working on several other books, including his autobiography. I'm also concentrating on a thesis that will take the form of a book on the unification of religions, which I'm doing my doctorate at the moment, having just acquired my master's, ladies and gentlemen, in ambassadorial diplomacy. I'm now doing my doctorate in ambassadorial diplomacy. My bachelor's is in, from the Atlantic International University, human development. For those of you who didn't know, I always wanted to be a doctor of crime. That is correct. Studying crime and criminology and the mind of the criminals, the criminal mind. But difficulties, hardships, and that was part of the kissing of the arse that my mom had said, talked to me about. And so I could not have finished my studies, even gotten my first degree. I took many years, I developed and grew, and then I went back to university. Back to the article. Unification of Religions, a doctoral thesis, and then I'll turn it into a book. In an ambassadorial diplomacy, he explained. Khan recently obtained his master's degree in ambassadorial diplomacy, and just last year received his bachelor's degree from Atlantic International University in human development. It is the makeup of my soul and my very DNA that I am a lover of cultures, all races, ethnicities, and all faiths. I see no divisions or differences between religions and society. All of us are interlinked as one human family under God. I cannot believe that I'm 66 years old, or approaching. I'm 65. But in 1st of April, which is not too far away, I will be 66. But ladies and gentlemen, I feel as if I'm still 24 when I started my business. I don't know, the Creator Lord God has purpose for me. That is why such good health, strength, voice, power, ideas that comes to me into the back of my head from the universe. Back to the article. It is the makeup. I'm a lover of cultures, religions. I see no divisions. All of us are interlinked in one human family under God. I'm bubbling with energy, vibrancy, ideas and thoughts, all of which I bow down to the Creator Lord of the world to be blessed with this universal energy. This universal energy is best explained to me in the Bhagavad Gita when Sri Krishna was addressing and teaching his disciple Arjuna and the charioteer. And he was telling him about part of it, about the Jiva, J-I-V-A, the universal energy that links all universes, the billions of universes out there, and all the planets, and all life, and all tree, and all humanity, the living and the dead, the past and the future. This divine energy is what I'm referring to here as that universal energy, my friends and families. And for that I bow down to God on a constant basis and thank Him for His blessings and that energy which empowers my heart, my thoughts, my mind, and put words into my mouth. I'm back to the article. As the National Chairman of the Universal Peace Federation, Chapter Guyana, Khan said he supports the wisdom and ideology of Sun Myung Moon and Hak Jaha Moon, the founders of the Universal Peace Federation. In his capacity, he said, it has helped to make him a greater and stronger lover of humanity, of the earth, and of the universe. At this juncture, I would also like to call on all our citizens and peoples around the world to please protect our environment. Realize that the earth is our mother and the source of our living. In the past, Khan had written and launched Living Tribute of Love to Mom, a compilation of poetry I had written over a few decades, small books, some got lost, but I put them together in that book, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to redo that with some new ones and inspiration and new ideas, of which 2 editions were published. First edition printed in 2007 and second edition printed in 2015. The third edition is currently underway as he has been inspired by new ideas and wisdom about women and mothers, particularly his own mother, Hajin Latifun Khan. So ladies and gentlemen, yes, this is the woman at the bottom here, my beloved mother, who was my inspiration and to whom the book is dedicated. I wish to particularly thank my editor, who was Ms. Gwen, and then also Zamina Muslim of my office, for working with me to get these things out, to help me to put them together, and also my son, Dr. Rush Khan, and his wife, Arifa. May God bless you all, ladies and gentlemen, and bless our country, and let us take care of our earth. For out of the earth come forth sour, sweet, bounties, medicines, all out of which we live. I thank you. Farewell, friends.